Alright, so viewers, fans, and subscribers all the same, I want to welcome you guys back to episode 23 in the Space Bridge here for the podcast series for the Iacon Battle Circuit. Today's topic is going to be going over the Hunter x Hunter Nen impact that had just dawned on the fighting game community not too long ago for this month, for July 2025. We're about a week and some change in, right? So join me here is an avid player of the game currently, along with everybody else. One of my associates through the fighting game scene for Dragon Ball FighterZ and for Pending City of the Wolves and other points of interest out in Florida from one of my brother discords, the Kami Court. I want to introduce you to Ender.
Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for having me here, brother, too. I love the round of applause. I didn't anticipate that.
Yeah. Hey, welcome in. I'm glad I had a chance to have you. How you been today?
Today's been a really great day, man. I've been really excited for this podcast. I've been playing in preparation and studying up on the patch notes, and just been really excited. I love this game, I'll just say up front. And I was really looking forward to it. I'm a big fan of the anime. I'm just really excited to be a part of this and to be here, brother. It's been a good day, man.
Excellent. Alright. Little by little, let's go on ahead and let's unravel a lot of what it is that's come to pass so far in a week. Because I didn't think a lot would actually come to a head in just 8 days, but a good game and a lot of interest and a lot of eyes on it can reveal a lot.
For sure.
Okay, so starting with the first question. So I want to talk about when the demo first came out, and then we're also going to delve into the present now that the game is here.
Yeah, that sounds great.
So the first point I want to talk about is the lack of the online introduction. Do you think that the demo's purposeful exclusion of PvP distorted the perspective of the game's online stance?
That's a really, really good question. Not necessarily, because I think at least my personal kind of impression of what the online was going to be was that, it's going to be probably pretty rough. Only because the game was originally slated to come out last year, and they purposefully delayed it to implement the rollback netcode. So I think everyone was a little kind of shaky with their faith in the online being 100% stellar. I think the state of the online currently is kind of what I expected, to be honest. And also, with the purposeful exclusion of the online during the demo, it was kind of oh man, this is kind of crunch time for them. Maybe they're just trying to get it as high quality as possible. Kind of felt like a last minute homework assignment type of vibe to me. So I don't think it necessarily extorted the perception. I think it was kind of anticipated, at least for me personally. I don't speak for all of the FGC, but I kind of had an idea. I was oh, this is going to be a little rough, but hopefully they can get it addressed. Yeah,
because it didn't need to be perfect. Because when it comes to online in a demos aren't always the final state of a game before you go to the finality version that's market value that you buy. It's always going to be something different. Very rarely is it the same. I still think that the demo could have produced some sort of online connectivity just to get a feel for what it is, so that way you kind of put your feet in the water a little bit in order to see what it looks like.
Oh yeah, it would have only benefited everyone. It would have benefited the developers by knowing how it functions with players. And it would have benefited the players getting the feel, like you said, too. I think not including it only hurt them for sure.
Yeah. Next question is the promotional worth. So, with what promotional worth has been seen for Hunter x Hunter, do you see any invested or like fleeting tourney scene with this game, or you think it'll be like a niche title, or will the game kind of be polarizing like with the publisher's preceding pivot point of interest in IP for market, which for viewers out there, the previous IP was DNF Duel.
Oh yeah, which was something super tragic because I thought DNF Duel was super fun. Also, another really great question too. I think when you say promotional that we've seen for Hunter x Hunter, that's been pretty non-existent. Like, this is like the most unadvertised game I have seen in a long time. Like, a lot of their tweets are in Japanese, so I have to like translate what they're posting about this game. This definitely feels like a niche title, like from the get-go for sure. As far as invested or fleeting tourney scene for this game, I think this game has the potential for a tournament presence. I really do. I was actually at CEO last month, the June 13th, 15th, and they had Hunter x Hunter demos out there, like with a more expanded roster than I think what we had at the time. And the vibe of the local like people there was very positive, like towards the game. I think the consensus was like the worst thing about the game was how it looks. So I think that there's like definitely a love for it. Like, people who've actually sat down and played the game, I think the general feel is like, this is fun. You know, like initially kind of feels a little BS-y, but then as you play a little bit more, you're like, wow, this is really fun. Feels like 2011 again with fighting games, you know? So,
Yeah.
I think it's going to be better than DNF. I think that this game will at least survive on a local level than DNF did.
I do co-sign that. I just think that Infinity, I think it may, like, in terms of like the online value and selectiveness of the offline, it'll suffer a very similar fate like DNF if it's not handled correctly.
More than likely, yeah. Yeah, more than likely. I'm praying it won't, but it wouldn't shock me if it did.
Same, because I'm very hopeful that it does good in prosperity, which I again, when it comes to like the marketing aspect of it, like, yeah, not much of it is seen, and then this damn price tag doesn't help it along either. Like, because this was easily a $40 game and nothing. I would only argue that you could say it could be maybe 50 if crossplay was on the table.
Yeah, and that's another thing that kind of rolls into that question too, of like, I mean, I really think only the most hardcore guys have bought this game. Like, I bought the deluxe, like I dropped the 75 because I love Hunter x Hunter that much, and I was like, I want the season pass. If that's all I get, awesome. This game's probably gonna have a absurd price drop like 2 seconds after I buy this for full price, but so be it. I think this is definitely like only the most hardcore guys pick this game up for sure. That's well, I don't know. I could be wrong, but yeah, that price tag is outrageous.
Yeah, like
it's kind of a bare bones presentation. Yeah, for sure. Like, I mean, even the combo trials don't even give you notations. It's literally like, it's like, hey, try to kill this character in a combo. Good luck. Here's an example, but good luck.
Like, this is no, because like the quality. Combos, not to cut you off, because like the quality here is like no different than what was Nick All Stars.
Yeah.
Similar bare bones presentation.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it doesn't need that much detail in order to like have a whole takeoff segment to it, as we clearly see. But the price tag doesn't exempt the cause doesn't mirror the effect.
Right. Yeah, it's that I think 40 would have been probably would have benefited the game better. I think people would have been more, like that's like, okay, two $20 bills. Okay. Like I can afford that. But yeah, 60 or and above that's a lot. That's a lot to ask for what this game has under the hood. As far as like what to do, additional offline content and the way it looks, and yeah, I mean, just like what's included. Like, I have to learn the combos. Like, I have to basically break them down, which is what I do anyways, but I don't think many players want to do that. You know what I mean? Like, to put in work more than necessary and kind of do research that the game doesn't provide.
Right, or at least not at this time. It doesn't seem like it really has the tech or anything out there, or people trying to post those things.
Right, yeah, exactly. Like the best resources has been social media to find stuff.
And that's the other thing that I was worried about too when it comes to its media presence, is because this was a similar issue, and it still is a vague issue in the background for Granblue, because Granblue doesn't have, it's the one or two key content makers in terms of like tournament or your fuck around and find outs, but it's just the one or two like scarce. There's no one making content on the game that's really taking the time to showcase what the video game has to offer.
Yeah, there's no like hook gang god of Granblue, as far as I'm aware. Like the only person I know that really plays it, I'm not a big Granblue player.
It's just like
I know Zane,
you got your clean chrysalis. Yeah, you got Zane, like a competitor that does like play that all the time, and
who will stream it from time to time.
And that does stream it from time to time.
Right, but he's not pumping.
Paragon to a degree, but that's for tournament showcasing.
Right. But yeah, there's no like there's no,
because DNF, at least I will say, like for DNF, it had the one or two, because like it had I can't remember the one sus dude that was like really really funny, and then it also had Sonics.
Yeah, people were playing it. Yipes was playing it, or at least he was kind of like presenting it tournament style. Yeah, that it kind of had a little bit of a encouraging start, and then it just fell flat when it stopped receiving support.
So here, like, it's looking like Diaphone might be the front runner right now.
For sure. Yeah, it's funny you mentioned him. I actually watched his run of a tournament he had, and Hikari was in it too. That was really fun to watch. But yeah, Diaphone is definitely, I think, leading the pack for content creators, or streamers for this game.
Okay. Next is, how do you feel about the expressive nature of the combo system? This is the next question.
Oh, I love it. What about you, man? Do you love it?
From what I've seen and experimented during the demo, I like that it's not as kooky as I remember from Marvel vs. Capcom, but it still has a weird amount of like crazy ass ways that combos loop or link. Some look wonky, others are clean.
For sure. Like there's like that kite combo where he's just rolling 10 times in a row, like roll, and it's like that.
And the damn leg look he does. It looks like the shit that Azrael does from Central's Fiction and Cross Tag.
Right. Yeah, or like, but then you have some really saucy stuff, like Hisoka's combos are really cool, or Moral's combos look kind of cheesy, like whatever the current B&B is with his like, it's basically his heavies, but I love the expression of the combo system in this game. Dragon Ball FighterZ is my main fighting game. That's what I come from, and this game, although being a different developer, it's familiar enough for me to where I can really. I'm just getting that really fun feel when I pull up a combo in this game. You know, that feel where you pull something like that you've been repping in the lab for like a couple hours. You come out you go online and ranked, and you do like a TOD or something. Like, yeah. I think the fact that you can pull off TODs day one in this game, also, it's on one hand, I do think it's an incredible thing and a testament to the expression of the combo system. I do think, and I know this might be talked about later, down in the podcast, but I do think maybe damage should be nerfed a bit. I think it's a little outrageous, the damage in this game, but outside of that, I love the combos. The 7-button nature of this game is something I wanted to talk about too, because I think it has an association with like landing combos in this. This is a 7-button game. That's kind of nutty. Have you tried playing it on like a fight stick or a leverless, or have you been playing the demo on the pad?
I've been playing the demo mainly on the pad.
Got you. And I think that's the optimal way to play this game, to be honest. I actually had to modify my Victrix. I have like the one where you can add buttons and stuff, and I added like an L2 button and an X button, like a row below my square and circle, or my X and I don't even know my buttons right now, but you get the point. My circle, my X, just so I can push because like otherwise the layout of this will break your fingers. At least in my opinion, on like a fight stick or a leverless, it's just there's too many buttons, and that's because they have the simple inputs versus the motion inputs. So they had to express more moves without the motion input deals. So,
gotcha. Hey, Charles Rosa, thank you with the follow out there. Sit tight and tune in. We're just getting started here on the Hunter x Hunter podcast, and welcome in.
Yeah, welcome, brother. But yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to talk your ear off there, but I love the combo system in this game. Yeah.
Okay. Pivot question was about the auto combos. In terms of the game's general auto combo system, do you feel like it's a major pain, or feel like it's carried, or like a needed component for online engagement?
Great question. I think I don't hate it. I actually think it's not a bad way to get into the game. That's kind of how I got into Dragon Ball, was with the auto combos. So I think they're a little strong, personally, but I admittedly still resort to them sometimes with my moral, because I still haven't gotten like a good B&B down yet for them. But that's actually helped me learn combos for the other characters. Is I'll actually break down the auto combo heavy and like write down the notations and just start labbing it. So I think the inclusion of it is great in general, because it helps you learn the game and like what the game is trying to get you to do with that character. I think online, it eventually people are maybe I don't know. They're really strong. I don't know if people will ever venture away from them, to be honest, because it's like you can just start spamming heavy while holding down a button, and then you could essentially TOD a character if you have the resources. But I don't hate it, man. I don't know. I think this game I kind of think that's what people expected. The developers with Marvel vs. Capcom 3, they kind of have that like madness behind them, with like crazy damage and I like the auto combos. I'm pro auto combo.
Okay. Hey, CJ, welcome in. Welcome in.
Hey, welcome, CJ.
Hunter x Hunter game is not that good. I can see where you're coming from. Any particular thing you're looking at with it? Next question. Is the, in terms of this, and we'll also take a look at the patch in a second. Do you feel that, you may have covered it earlier, but still just to ask away, do you agree that the pricing planner for the product missed its mark? And this like affects the general engagement? Or do you think a timely sale can clean this up?
Definitely think it missed its mark for sure. And I definitely think it needs an aggressive sales stat. If it hopes to, last as long as it can, I think it needs an aggressive sale for sure. It needs to drop down to 40 minimum.
Gotcha. Next question. What adjustments do you see from the development team with this game's audience that they're trying to anchor in? What adjustments do you see?
That's a good question. Definitely, it seems like they're working really hard on the online stuff. That's definitely like a really high priority. I think, but as far as like maybe gameplay mechanic adjustments, is that what you mean?
Yeah, in terms of gameplay adjustments, in terms of like game adjustments or mechanic adjustments or changes, like what do you think that they would need to do? Personally, I think it would just like, well, not to interrupt it, but I think the main thing, honestly, is to probably just focus on the marketing aspect. I think it would probably be like the main thing. That way you get more people playing. That way it shapes the sandbox more profoundly.
Yeah, I think that could definitely. I think that'll definitely help them too. Like marketing, I think working on the online experience. I wonder if they're going to do like a change in their presentation of their menu system, like they did to Guilty Gear. Arxis did to Guilty Gear Strive. I know it's a different company, but
yeah,
they like pretty much revamped their menu for the better, in my opinion. So maybe they'll add a little bit more to make it more presentable for, potential buyers. I don't know if they can fix the graphics, but if they can, like Fortnite style, that would be sick.
That wouldn't be a loss.
Fortnite's
3D, 2D-ish style is pretty sick.
It is pretty sick, and it got a lot prettier over the years. So if they're able to do that, that would be nice. But as far as like mechanics, gameplay wise, I think it would benefit them if they nerfed damage. Like for a lot of things, like overgear, quick gear, like it's like people's health just gets erased with like indoor fish, quick gear, overgear, or like even when you're blocking, like that's something I'm not used to as much, like the chip damage thing.
And chip is noticeable. Yeah. Like, chip is supposed to be like you really slight. I can understand chip kills, because that's something that they have here that I noticed that they took that from Strive and Granblue by including chip here. But chip does a good amount. Like it's damn near the same as getting hit.
Right. It is. Yeah, it is pretty close under the right conditions. And I know that seems... I mean, the audience may kind of come to expect that coming from the Marvel vs. Capcom 3 crew. Because like chip damage is a mofo in that game as well. But yeah, it seems really nutty in this game. I think that they should nerf it. That I want them to nerf it. It's a little much.
Yeah.
I also like, I don't know if they'll do it, but I kind of don't like Chip from Death. Or Death from Chip.
I'm debatable on it. Because, like, I don't mind but...
I kind of like...
Oh, go.
Oh, no, I mean, I just prefer... I kind of prefer, like, breaking someone's defense. Like, undressing someone's defense rather than, like, oh, I'm going to spam a super and they're just going to die. You know what I mean? Like, I like the really battles that people, like, pixel. You know, I really like that stuff. Or you can die from Chip. There's got to be some sort of mechanic. Well, they already have that, don't they, with Quick Gear, where you can, like,
hang on,
defend yourself.
Yeah, I think you're getting a tad bit distorted here. Hang on, check your side.
Hey, can you hear me okay?
Okay, yeah, I can hear you now. Repeat what you said?
Oh, I was just saying, I think just overall, like, I think nerfing the amount of damage you can receive from chip damage would benefit them for sure.
I agree. Alright, let me see what you said, CJ. The graphics are good, but online people only use the same 5 characters. Or waiting for Demon Slayer 2 on PS5. Oh yeah, that game did get announced. Well, for online, everybody has their own teams, but I do understand why you might see the same few characters. Because you gotta understand, like, this game does have a very intriguing, like, Mickey factor to it, where you're gonna have your ace in the hole, which those Mickey characters, the same 4 or 5 characters, I'm pretty sure are actually a part of the meta in an undertone sense. I mean, why would you not
there's always going to be a meta. I actually, there's definitely a distinct meta for sure, but I think that's unavoidable in all fighting games, and I don't think it's that bad in this. I really don't. I think
because it was already foreseeable,
Through is
so it's
definitely
not really
bottom
as
one.
bad as if it was by surprise.
Exactly.
Here, CJ. Basically, this is my ratio that's over here on Metafy that I created for the students. So look at the chart this way by my my F.A.F.O indicator here. I have it here for this. This is actually a very interesting layer of Disneyland where I can apply this. So for those same 5 characters here, say on the find out side of my my ratio here, and Ender, you can also see the ratio, right?
Yeah, my video's a little behind, but yeah, I can see.
Oh, okay.
Or I should be able to see it in a second here. Yeah.
But here, basically, these characters like
I see it.
like Mr. Soccer Punt here, you can kind of just spam this and self TOD in some beautiful, stupid ass ways. So this is basically like put that in like the higher end of the 5 ratio on the effing around portion, and because this is constantly working, it goes higher up. And now you got your opponent that plays that similar element, or let's say the character that Ender plays, Razor, the soccer ball guy. Which is, I think he's on here on the algorithm. Oh, yeah, he is on the algorithm. This, for instance. This dude just got reset for no fucking reason.
Right.
Now, see, all that happened, that's on the higher end of the find out portion, because now that you've messed around long enough, you actually already found out, right? And so the higher this goes, the more that game is like, not good. It's going to be really fun, but it's also going to be highly volatile and unpredictable, because there may not be a reason to block. So if you got a BS factor, your opponent's got a BS factor, We're kind of knee deep in the fuck around and find out ratio. Hey, Vapors, welcome in.
Hey, welcome, brother.
Pivot question. How does the anime IP help this game community along? Like, how does it help build the game?
The quality surrounding the IP itself benefits this game. I mean, the only reason I bought this game, if this game had a different skin like Naruto or whatever, well, not bashing Naruto, right? I think Naruto's cool, but if it had any other IP, I probably wouldn't have bought it. Like if it came out in this presentation, but because it's Hunter x Hunter, that's why I got this game. And with the reputation like of the developers, like I liked DNF, you know, despite its really poor launch. But yeah, the IP itself, I think the reason why a lot of people bought this game was because of the IP and their love for Hunter x Hunter. Maybe even first and foremost. Or if they're just a fanatical fighting game community guy, you know, either way. But I mean, shoot, like they already announced P2 for DLC Season 1, that one of the Royal Guards of the Chimera Ant arc. There are so many characters that they can add to this game. I think the IP will benefit this game. There's so many different levels they could add. There's so many different environments in the show. There's so many different characters in the show. There's so much potential for this game if they just continue to support it. The IP Hunter x Hunter is the GOAT in my opinion of anime. So I mean the potential's limitless in my opinion.
Okay. This is the first DLC character to see what he beats. And so how many DLC characters were released for the... wait a minute, actually we'll save that one, because we do gotta circle that back around. That is a question. For the direction that this community is trying to go, because we're still in the early stages of this right now. We're still still in baby mode right now.
For sure.
So this can be a projection for what you feel like where this community is going. This was also something similar I asked the Grand Blue audience for before and after at that time. Pending community POV, do you feel for the growth? Do you feel the growth or the money is more important for this community?
Like for the Hunter x Hunter community?
Yes, that's correct.
Really, really good question. I think like when you mention money, do you mean like back to the players or like
when it comes to money,
presentation and tournament or
yes, like in terms of I guess there being like a presentational incentive for wanting to get people to compete more or to pick up the game more, because this is like going to be a double-edged sword for a while till that price comes down or until a sale helps us along. So what in your case, in your opinion, what do you think the community's correct angle would be for those that are here? Do you feel like pushing for the money or pushing for the people would be more important?
I think money would definitely draw in people who would normally even bat an eye to this game. You know, you get some of those like FGC mercenaries involved, and they might be like, oh, wait a minute, this is actually a fun game. I definitely think money... I think that was kind of the problem with this game from the jump, like with its low budget Um, it probably is pretty expensive to acquire the IP itself, which is probably why the tag is so high. And apparently their budget in making the game was like extremely low also. So I think that's why the game like delivered the way it did. So I honestly think money would then in turn produce growth. So I think at this moment in time, money might be more important. I don't know how that would happen, but I think money in turn would produce growth in this case.
Okay. See, I want to look this up real quick to see what was the budget. Contrary to the initial assumed 100 million yen, Hunter's Hunter and Impact's budget can be up to 1 billion yen and report shareholders. It's not a low budget. Check out the official site.
Oh, okay, so maybe that was just kind of like scuttlebutt.
No, because I just wanted to know, like, because it does feel like a low budget game.
Oh, 100%.
So my counter question would have been, if that was the case, where did the fiscal investment go? Deny. Oh, actually, hang on, chat. Season pass here actually gives me a pretty good idea. Okay, save this for later. Come back around to my question. Ender sounds like Brian F. Kinda.
Who's Brian F?
Street Fighter guy. He's like pretty decent sized Street Fighter pro.
Oh, that's cool.
All of the damn budget went to the website, it looks like. That's what I'm saying. Look how animated this website is. Website leaves a lot on the table. Let me see here. Next question.
Yeah.
In terms of how this game is going to function, and people are going to meet in a middle ground for the PC side and for the PlayStation side. Do you feel like it'll be a Discord fighter sooner than it needs to? Gameplay's death or appeal long term will like determine how much it's played or how many people will get into it.
Man, it almost already kind of feels like a Discord fighter. If I'm being honest, I'm playing on PlayStation currently. I'm definitely going to eventually get a copy on Steam when I get when that price drop eventually occurs. But I'm matching with like the same people every day. It's like, oh, hey, there's that guy. Yeah, hey. That's been my personal experience. And then I've been like friending a couple, it's like, oh, hey man, you want to run some matches? Because our matches have consistent netcode and it beats, disconnecting 5 seconds into a match with the rando, but yeah, it already kind of gives me that Discord fighter vibes. I bought it on PlayStation because I wanted to participate locally. So that's why I went the console route initially. And I am disappointed that there's no crossplay. I think that would be huge if they added crossplay. Miraculously.
That would help with pushing the envelope. That way, at least if there was going to be like a huge surprise like we've seen with online, all this stuff, everybody would be in it together.
Exactly. Yeah, the fact that it's not crossplay is really painful for the game.
Because on a game where it struggles to have the attendance or the participation aspect, crossplay helps to patch up most of that wound.
Yeah.
Like, hang on, look at the metric numbers that I have here, if I can find this. It's the budget. It's Pito. Steam charts. So this, the general Steam charts for Hunter x Hunter. So this was let me reload this in case it changed in the last hour, and it did. It changed the last hour. It was 79 when I was looking at this earlier at 5 o'clock, and now this changed to 99. So there's according to metrics, this is just like the metrics for today, and like the most recent of 48 hours. There's a total of 99 people that have been playing this game. When you look at the metrics of other games, I'm trying to think. Like, let me pull up
Street Fighter 6.
Team charts, multiply, type in.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably like rivaling Dragon Ball. Like a 7-year-old game.
Yeah, and then the Steam charts for like Melty Blood, for instance. Like they're doing. Like I'm looking at the metrics here because I'm looking at the all-time aspects, and I'm trying to look at the within the 24-48 hours aspects. Looking at a game that's about a week old, as opposed to another game that also equally struggles with attendance from time to time, but still puts up an adequate amount of numbers that's about 3-4 years old, and it's about the same.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, it's not great. It's not great.
So that's why I want to try and keep an eye on this for if it does get a chance to go on sale. I'm expecting the metrics to more or less match what this is bringing here. And then let me take a look at Uni 2. It's 141 people playing right now. It's 179 all time. Uni is only a year old, and that's still making it on the better end of the niche category of both lenses.
Right.
And they've been delaying
definitely a niche game territory.
And they've been delaying the whole aspect of trying to push their DLC aspect. So we'll see generally where this goes. It's just I look at this and I'm just concerned with the general engagement group, because the numbers back up the case that it's just the marketing and the marketing is the reason why this game is just it doesn't have a really good start. But the community will try to help. Will try to help with the boost.
Yeah. I mean, that's all I'm doing. I'm playing my part. Just playing the game, having fun, and I'm getting enough matches where I'm not like entirely frustrated. Again, coming from Dragon Ball, I'm a patient gamer. I wait for those matches.
Yeah, that's it. It's basically like continuing on rank grind.
Exactly. Yeah.
Alright, next question, and this goes back into looking at this. So, your thoughts on the DLC for characters, maps, skins, or all of the above? What do you think will be like the main focal point to help push the game in the right direction?
Oh, I've been looking forward to this question. Characters, for sure. I think characters in fighting games are what the people want. Or at least what I want, for sure. I want more Royal Guards. I think P2 coming out is amazing. Definitely like a big figure in the Chimera Ant arc. I want Knuckle. I think Knuckle is a fan favorite that needs to be in the game. I don't know if you are familiar with him, but he's the guy. He was like Moral's apprentice, and he had this cool power where he could punch an opponent, and then it did this like bankruptcy spell thing, where if it accumulated, if it accumulated enough interest or something, it like causes bankruptcy on the player. So basically, like it causes the character to lose their powers for like a period of time. So that would be an amazing gameplay mechanic, is if you could hit them with this special and then they can't use specials for like, I don't know, a period of time would be amazing. Like that would be a cool function. Let me look it up. But yeah, I think Knuckle would be amazing. I want me some Knuckle in Hunter x Hunter.
Reminds me of a character from, oh, here we go. It reminds me of a character from Shaman King, like a Pompadour.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the dude with the Pompadour is what he kind of reminds me of when I'm looking at him here.
Oh, yeah. He kind of reminds me a bit of like Kuwabara from Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yes, that was another one I was thinking of, yep. But without the classic Christopher Sabat voice.
Yeah, he's got this power. It's called Chapter 7 Bankruptcy. So he has to hit the opponent first, and then after that, it like, depending on the opponent's power level, it accumulates some sort of like, I don't know how bankruptcy works. Like I'm like not a finance guy, so like I'm not like, I can't really break it down. But basically, he like prevents them from using their powers like after a period of time, which is really rad. And he was like a pivotal character in the Chimera Ant arc. Having the other Chimera Ant arc, like the Royal Guards would be cool. Yuppie, he was like my personal favorite guard. I think he would be an excellent addition.
Oh yeah, this dude with
Illumi.
his punching power. Okay, I could definitely see him in a game like this. This dude would literally be like the equivalent of a Slayer. I could already see that now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and the guy that he's about to punch is Yuppie. That's another guy I think would be really rad to be in the game.
Oh, this guy here was the one you were talking about. You also want in the game.
Yeah, exactly. And then also Illumi, who's Killua's brother, like cool older assassin brother that like his whole game plan is like his needles. Huh?
Oh, let me look this up. What was his name?
Oh, Illumi. So it's ILLUMI.
What in the hell?
Yeah, Illumi is cool, Vapors, for sure. Yeah, the 3 Royal Guards need to be in the game 100%. And I think Illumi would be, I think he makes a ton of sense to be in the game, too.
Interesting. What type of character is Illumi?
Huh?
What type of character is Illumi?
So what he does is he uses these, like, needles to, he changes his own appearance with these needles. Like, that's, like, that one image you see. But he uses these needles to basically, like, make puppets out of people. Like, that's, his whole power is, like, his, like, see, going through it. Yeah, that's his Nen power, is like his needles.
Well, I'm kind of curious on how this looks. Oh, it already happened. Wait a minute. Are those needles the yellow?
Yeah, the yellow ones. Yeah.
Oh, so he makes like human puppets.
Exactly, he makes human puppets, yep.
Interesting. You know what? I can see that happening for like a weird twist of fate. Like he would be the first puppet character for this game, but instead of him having a puppet, he makes one of your characters the puppet.
That would be an amazing mechanic. Yeah, I can see that too. That would be really cool.
Fun fact, Itachi and Sasuke are based off of Killua and Illumi. Oh! Hey, I didn't even know that was the case.
I can see that. Oh, and then these guys here, the Zoldyck dad and grandpa.
Yes.
So Killua's and Illumi's dad and grandpa also need to be in the game. I think that would be really cool. I think it would almost even be cool to have them as like an Android 17, Android 18 character where they like fight together. I think that could be cool because the only fight that they're really observed in is together against Chrollo. At least in the anime, I don't know much about like the manga.
Look up Shizuku. All right, hang on. Let me look it up.
Oh yeah, Zeno using Dragon's Dive absolutely needs to be in the game, 100%.
Shizuku.
That's definitely one of the most OD moments in the whole series.
Oh, I've seen this chick. Oh damn, I was dreaming about this chick like a few times, like earlier through this year. I was wondering where the hell this girl came from. Because I don't forget. I don't forget a nerdy girl.
Shizuku. Oh.
And
yeah, with the vacuum. Oh yeah, she needs to be in it too for sure. A lot of the Phantom Troop can be in this game and should be in this game for sure. Yeah, she would be a fan favorite because she's like a baddie and kind of like a little bit of a kind of not an airhead, but she always seems kind of like absent-minded. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, her vacuum can basically suck up whatever she commands that isn't living. So she's used for like these like thief heists where it's like, all right, clean up the bodies, and then like her vacuum will just suck away all the bodies and the blood and stuff.
Huh, okay.
Absent-minded is the best way to describe her. Thanks, man.
Because now you're making me interested to want to try and watch the anime or something during my next movie night to just try and get into it. Because I never really got it. I've heard of this anime for years and like a couple of these characters, mainly these two and then the lawyer dude here. But I never really took the time to take a look at it.
Oh, wait. Dude, oh my goodness. I am excited for you that you've never seen it so that you can experience it. I love this anime. This is like my favorite. Dragon Ball Z is my favorite anime of all time. But Hunter x Hunter is like the best written in my opinion. Like I think it's like the best anime ever.
Okay, and I respect that.
Yeah, if you do a watch along, I'm in, dude. I'm in. I'm joining. I'm a watch with you. Yeah, Vapors and I are in.
Okay. Yeah, all right. I'll make sure I can get you guys in whenever it is as I work around to that. Exactly. Like the whole appeal for the hair, the glasses, and then the chef's kiss for me is like you just have a random gold cross.
Yeah. She's got this like, yeah. It's interesting. And what's interesting about the Phantom Troop? So like the troop, they're like the most badass, like hunter, like thieves in the world. Like they're notorious, and like other bounty hunters don't even want to go after them because they're so dangerous, you know. But Chrollo, he's always like reading a Bible. He always makes these like Bible references. You know, like he says something like when they suspect initially at one point that they have some sort of, you know, like an inside, someone who's like betraying them, and he like said he referenced the Bible about how Judas betrayed Jesus for so many bits of silver or something, and so like there's like like the fact that she's wearing that cross, I think is really interesting too.
Killua's super strong father told Killua to never fight the Phantom Troop. That's how strong. Oh, so I get someone that can contest even his father.
Yeah, his dad also. When they fight at one point, Killua's dad and granddad fight the Phantom Troop leader, and apparently they had some history where Killua's dad had to at one point kill a member of the Phantom Troop, and he's like, yeah, nowadays he's like those. It's like not those are jobs that aren't worth it. You know, like it's too much trouble. You know, they're too deadly.
Zeno Zoldyck. You said Zeno was a possible one that you think there can be a DLC for this game.
Oh yeah, look up Zeno Dragon Dive. Or no, if you look up, you could look up that one because Vapors referenced it. That would be like a super for sure. If you look up Zeno Dragon Dive, that would be a super 100%. But if you look up Zoldyck or Zeno Crollo, CHROLLO, they have a fight. Legendary fight.
I would play, just do Dragon
Zeno
Dive.
just to do Dragon Dive. Yeah, Dragon Dive is rad.
Let's see the Dragon Dive. You don't use it to Dragon Dive, Dragon Meteor Shower.
Yeah, it's basically like a meteor shower.
Also, chat, the reason why we're looking at a lot of these clips while we're going through here is because some of these may be pending DLC ideas, there may even be DLC characters on the way, or these are just concepts. But it's good to see the reference, that way you get an idea of what it is that they're trying to go for to put into the game. It could happen. What the hell?
Yeah, do love me the Dragon Dive. Yeah, what's cool about this whole sequence is that, at least for me, is this is where shit just kicked off. You know what I mean? Like, this is like the moment where they attack the antagonist, the major antagonist. It's like a surprise attack, basically. And the fact that Zeno and Netero, he's like the chairman, he's like the strongest hunter, they're just falling from the fucking sky with this like meteor shower. Like, they like fell from a dragon and the dragon exploded into a meteor shower. Like, it's the coolest thing, dude.
That's like a whole sequence of just awesomeness.
Yeah, dude, it's amazing. Yeah, and like literally the royal guards, mind you, each individual royal guard who's protecting this king, who's like the strongest enemy. The guards are stronger than like the heroes, like one of the guards, and there's 3 of them total. So yeah, this whole sequence of them, they're just like, all right, we're just gonna dive in from the sky. This like very disorienting attack. It's just like peppering the palace with this like meteor shower. It's so cool, man, and it like Vapor says, it's just built up the entire season. Really awesome. But yeah, that would definitely be like a level 3 super for sure, and probably it would probably be similar to like Hellzone, or I don't know, like maybe like Hellzone Grenade from Piccolo's move, or like maybe Zamasu, you know, like kind of like a extended
Blades of Judgment setup.
Yeah, it's something like that. I think I could see happening.
Oh, you know what? I didn't think about that. Yeah, it's a Kid Buu Super too, like that. Because it's just like a whole
be like that. Yep.
meteor shower like that, but instead of it being one area, that's like the whole field.
Right.
I see it.
He should be in the game.
They say here, look at this. It said 2025, 2025, 2026, 2026. It's possible. You know what, guys? It's actually very conceivable that one of your guys' choices is probably one of the next ones on this ticket. It's very conceivable.
Yeah. Well, I'll be here to play it.
Yeah. Let me see here. Take a look at the next thing here. Only the DLCs. And also, chat, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns while we're going through, feel free to go on ahead.
Vapors just said if they added Yusuke as a guest character, it's GG's greatest game ever. 100%.
I agree.
Yusuke Urameshi.
Because Yusuke hasn't. Because Yusuke hasn't even been. Yusuke hasn't been in a game since the Shonen Roll game.
Right.
I can't think of it.
Jump Force.
That was it. Yeah, Jump Force. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then let's go into following up my questions. Let's delve into the now. So we went into the beta and everything about expectation versus reality, and then delving into the aspect of what some of the realities are. What are the queues like? What do the queues feel like when you're playing the game? Like, what are the connection standards and the standings between players?
The connection standings, you said?
Yes. Like, how does it feel when you go into a match, casual or rank?
You know what? The casual stuff, I did get to do that, and that felt pretty decent. It was with the guy that I met online ranked, and he was someone that I happen to have an okay connection with. It's pretty hit or miss. It's like sometimes I'll go into a match with okay-ish ping, and then it'll disconnect due to some sort of error or whatever, like within 2 seconds. But the game doesn't even look like it has any lag going. Like, it'll look like a buttery smooth match, and then it'll just kind of disconnect. Which are things that the developers have commented that they're working hard on trying to iron out. But it's weird. It's like some days the game feels entirely unplayable. Like, I was playing this with the 48-hour early access. Felt pretty unplayable. But then once it dropped for everyone, there's some days that I'm like, okay, I can. This is cool. It's not completely horrendous. I don't think it's as bad as people have made it out to be honest. It's not like unplayable. I would say definitely room for improvement, for sure. But I'm encouraged by the developers. Like note in their latest patch saying that they're striving to, like that online is like a priority for them, that online experience.
Yeah. That's why looking at all this, like, I appreciate the notes that they did take to talk about a couple of those finite points. I just think that a lot of this could have been cut at the curb when including this in the demo. That way you know how to clean everything up for this in conclusion with the presentation for the final game.
Agreed. Yeah, it would have benefited them and the players if we had some sort of online experience during the demo, for sure.
But it could have been limited. It really could have been limited, because there's versions where there've been free versions of games that you do have to pay full price for later on. They've had free versions of it that they call like light versions, or there could have also been
like
the
Grand
free
Blue
version of the game. That's exactly what I was thinking of. Like that game, for instance.
Yeah.
That game is fully compatible with the full version of the video game, but is still limited to half of the core functions of the game that you only get from buying base game. You still meet people in lobby, you just can't meet people in private lobbies, and that's fair. You only meet them in public lobbies.
Right. Yeah, or like not a fighting game, but like Lords of the Fallen. It's like a Souls-like game.
Yeah.
Those developers continue to patch that game. It's free for friends. Like, I'm playing with a buddy who doesn't have to buy the game, and he can play co-op with me for free. Like, that's yeah, like that's an amazing thing. So yeah, I mean, hopefully these developers, they seem motivated. It seems like they've been listening to the community, and hopefully they continue to do so and continue to work towards a better online experience.
Okay. Next question. What is a reasonable level of nonsense for a game or Disneyland of this caliber?
I almost think that it's a little too much currently. I think if they dial back the damage, I think I would like it a little bit more. Maybe people who come from Marvel vs. Capcom came to expect this like Looney Tunes damage, but I had an idea, but I was a little surprised myself. I think if they're going for like absurdity, they found it.
Okay. They need to introduce the sense of moderation.
Yeah. Moderation is nice.
It will help. Potential last question. In your honest opinion, where do you think the most activity between the platforms lie?
I don't know. That's a good question. I'm not sure. If I were to take a random guess, I feel wrong for guessing this, but I would almost say that maybe there's more players on console. No, I almost think maybe there's more Steam players because people kind of anticipated it being DOA. I have no idea. That's a really good question. I have no idea like what the population's looking like. Maybe even just split down the middle.
That's fair, because like the projection that I showed you here was just a projection on PC
Steam, right?
Standards, yeah, on Steam. So there's no way of really trying to gauge that on console side right now. On top of that, I don't know where that tournament. I remember there was a tournament that was documented by Diaphone. That was the first one that happened on the video game. I don't know if that was a PC or if it was a PlayStation console, and then that also can contribute to the consistency of the platform percentages.
Right. Yeah. I think I bought it for PlayStation with the intent of playing it locally. Like I love Neon Dreams Arcade. That's like the spot where we typically have our Dragon Ball runs. But I was like, I'm sure they're gonna be hosting Hunter x Hunters, so I'll bring a setup. Like with that in mind. That's why I bought it. But it also wouldn't shock me if more people just bought this game simply on Steam for. I don't know. That's it's a really good question. That's why we need that crossplay, so it doesn't matter.
Gotcha. It feels like if you aren't taunting or have unblockable setups for trolling, which I don't like. Yeah, it kind of forces the narrative of you need to play dirty to survive.
Yeah, you do. I'm an indoor fish bucko. I drop indoor fish level 2 and every chance I get, like everyone else does. I'm a savage like everyone else. You definitely have to play dirty in this game. That's the nature of it. It's kooky. It's kind of like I guess in Marvel vs. Capcom 3, like if you play Jean Grey, like the whole game plan is to get her to go Phoenix to just like erase everyone. It's kind of like there's that kind of idea with certain characters in this game. I feel, for sure, you gotta play fight fire with fire.
Yeah.
But I'm all for it, man. Like I'm digging the game. I'm having fun. I think it's it hasn't replaced Dragon Ball FighterZ, but it's a welcome addition.
Yeah, it's an addition to the tag option.
100%. The more the merrier.
last question, and then chat. I'll open up the floor for anybody that has any questions, comments, or concerns for the 10, 12 people out there that are tuning in. Appreciate you guys all tuning in for the Hunter x Hunter thing. There will be a couple more of these with a couple other people. Feel free to ask any question you may have, and I will go on ahead and answer it before we get ready to close the panel. My question is, in the coming weeks, with the patchwork that's projected to happen, what do you think is the company's next move productively?
What do you think is the company's next what?
What do you think is the company's next move?
Sorry, it cut out a second time. Company's next what?
What do you think is the company's next move?
Oh, next move, like for this particular game?
Yes, yeah, for this game.
I think, as long as they continue to just... I think they need to drop the price. I think that's collectively, like, what most people feel is, like, we need a price drop as quickly as possible. I think that would be a good move that they should do. I think continuing to stabilize the online experience and making it like as pleasant as possible is what they seem to be doing actively, and I think they need to continue to pursue that. And I think DLC. I hope, I would love a season 2 of this game. I would love a season 2 of this game. So I think DLC is something that they should do, and hopefully they will do. And beyond that, and then I guess just like a fantasy of mine is crossplay. I think that's kind of unlikely because this delay was like a year for just rollback in itself, but who knows? Maybe this game will stick around and, you know, they drop some OD move and be like, hey, we've announced crossplay. You know, crazier things have happened.
It has. Crazier stuff has happened in a lot of fighting games throughout the totality of every game's rise and fall, or its fall into its rebirth. A lot of things have happened. Hell, like what? Going into this generation, a handful of games literally came back to life because they were just given the option of rollback, and they came right back to life.
Yeah.
This one had a projection where it could have just came out in the same position and then working crossplay in later, but it was projected later in order to work crossplay in at the get-go. So you can honestly argue that the Hunter x Hunter game is taking the same path as a couple of the preceding generation games. It's just working backwards and not forward.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that would be an easy argument to be made, for sure.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is all of my questions. Alright. Chat, do you guys have anything that you wish to add, or any comments or statements regarding Hunter x Hunter and impact the video game, the IP? Let me know. Meanwhile, Ender, again, I want to thank you for taking the time out of your day.
Wait, man, I just...
what's up?
Oh, I was just going to say, while we wait for those questions, I just want to thank you for letting me be on this and, you know, being able to answer those questions, because I love this game, and you had fantastic questions, too. Like, I was very impressed by them, so thank you for letting me be a part of this, Rodimus.
Oh, you are most welcome. I look forward to having you back as we can. It can be for continuing this panel or any other game that you want to talk on.
Yeah, brother, anytime, man. Rodimus is the bum 163 of Net Impact. Yeah, I'm down, man. Let's keep this game alive forever.
I'm for it. Hey, if anybody here in the in the HxHNI community, if you guys wish to have a panel of your own, feel free to reach out to me or just reach out on the timeline. I guarantee you'll find me eventually. There's only one Rodimus Prime in the whole FGC. Crossplay will be insane, but the money isn't there for this game. Not yet. Not yet. It still has to. The game right now, since it's still in a baby state, it still has to prove itself. So depending upon how well that tournament did, that Diaphone did, there needs to be another one of that same merit or magnitude that starts to kind of put it in the visual competitive aspect. So even though if a nutty game like this can have a competitive lifespan to house a tournament, then it has a chance. It's a rocky start, but it has a chance. I'm just curious how many people actually signed up for that tournament. So I gotta look at Diaphone's video.
It looked like a pretty stacked bracket. Oh, actually, I don't think it was a ton of players, but the players there were strong. Kari was in there, which I thought was notable, considering he's
I had a feeling
one of the goats in Dragon Ball.
This is a tag-based game, so it kind of made sense that you already got a mastered tag player in a tag-based video game. So it's kind of a no bueno that he's going to be doing pretty good stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
It might be Vapors, but nah. I try to take a note from Bum and what he was doing with his sit-downs, and just trying to expand on that same notion to delve deeper into what I do and don't like about the growth or the stagnation of a lot of the scenes that we know. Or even in this case, the uncertainty in the root of something that's brand new, that we don't know what's going to happen. And instead of being one of those doom and glooms that talk down about this stuff or talk shit or you kind of doom what could happen, why not take the time in order to open up the gate on something productive rather than something unproductive? There's always time for unproductivity, but why don't we start it with something positive in order to start with what we can do already to point people in the right direction for what this game is offering outside the price setback here.
I agree, man. I think this game is a beautiful game. I love this game. I think there's a lot under the hood that people don't even realize if they haven't played it. I definitely think it's better to be positive than negative, for sure.
Yeah, because this game just got here. It deserves nothing but love. And the community that is here, for those that did buy this game and pre-order it that is here, it may not be a lot, but it's enough to give the scene life and to give it its initial direction. And the key thing is that we grasp that and keep giving it its direction. That way it can keep building the bridge for more people to join in. The more people that join in, the more it reinforces those compounds. So I think so.
Oh, Real M of Dreams asked, do you think the game will be balanced in a significant way? I think that's a really good question.
I don't know, honestly, because I don't know what is, like, the most significant way, like, balance-wise for the game right now. Outside, like, nerfing the damage, I guess is one thing.
I don't know if that's going to stay, what I'm thinking, too, is just, like, nerfing the damage.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to stay, though, because, like, nerfing that would be nice. That way you see more potential out of the combos and the setup for what the sandbox looks like instead of rushing a TODE setups for everything.
I agree. I think once they nerf the damage, if they do that, I think then it to be balanced. Like, who's doing not enough damage for too much input? You know,
right?
Nen stance would be interesting. I think tweaking Nen stance. So Vapors is saying you can't really mix with Nen stance, and I think mixing is a big joy in those tag fighters. I agree with that. I do think the drawback that I don't use Nen stance very often because you're still receiving damage, though. Like, I think that's an adequate trade to the mechanic, is that you're still able to, like, receive damage. I almost wish that you didn't receive damage with Nen Stance, but then you could only like pop it every once in a while or something. It definitely seems like a polarizing mechanic. It definitely seems like a polarizing mechanic.
But no,
Saber's
the main thing I was thinking...
too strong, yeah.
That's good. You can always pop it in. It's too strong. I feel like it should cost a bar. Yeah, for something that is that strong, it wouldn't hurt to put a latch on it, or to have it be to cost something for it being like as valuable as it is for kind of speeding up the premise of a response sense. It's a push block. It's a counter. It has armor. Oh, if it has all that, then it should kind of cost something. Otherwise, it's just like that's just free Unga without any real cause, but then you do have an effect. There does need to be a trade-off for doing that.
It's definitely a really strong mechanic. Yeah, and I definitely love putting people in jail, or even being put in jail in the corner. Like, I love those mix-up battles in the corner, and I think anything that disrupts that, like too much, could be a problem for sure.
Now it does
the throwing, throwing.
They could increase the
that's the thing I wanted.
Maybe. But then I don't know, because aren't there characters that kind of have just strike throw setup?
Say again.
I said they could increase the damage on throw, but then again, don't some characters have like the whole setup premise for the setup is strike throw?
By strike throw, do you mean like
high, lower grab.
Who did they have? Uvo. Uvo's kind of like the grappler guy, but outside of Uvo, there's not really much representation of grapplers. I don't know. Maybe I'm just brain farting at the moment.
No, that archetype
you can do a
I don't
high-low
think
because
is... Yeah, Nen Stance is a thing. The main character, the little kid, he has like several different things he can do off of stance. There's no true grappler in the game.
Oh, like Killua?
Oh, okay. No, not Killua. The dude with the green pants. The one that does the initial stance.
Oh, Gon.
Yeah, Gon.
Oh, Gon. Yeah. Yeah, with the Judge Enkin. Yeah, the rock, paper, scissor thing. Yeah.
There's no true grappler in the game. Oh, there's no Oh, so
Uvo.
None of those guys.
I would say Uvo's kind of like a armor damage guy. Yeah. Does he have a command grab though? I almost feel like he has. Maybe not. I haven't played him yet, but I get my ish rocked by him every time I play against him. Yeah, he's the armor character, so maybe he doesn't even have no command grab. Okay. Yeah, so there's not even really like a true grappler in this game then.
So that would probably be the next direction I could see them going in, or that's a part of it, is introducing a grappler. Because there isn't a fighting game that doesn't have one grappler at the very least.
Right. And I'm trying to think of like a character in the show or anime that would fit that, like, archetype. Right. Or archetype, He has a guard break super. Oh, okay.
I mean, that's not really a
Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
But that is pretty strong.
I think he, like, if we were to look at, like, the top rank meta, it wouldn't shock me if you see a ton of Uvo. He is a scary character, yeah. That makes the next super unblockable? Oh, that's right, he does do that. One of those double super guys.
Okay. That might make the next super unblockable. Gotcha. Alright, but this is all the questions that I do have for you today. So again, I'd like to thank you for taking the time to answer all my questions and sit and delve with the chat as we went and immersed ourselves into the NEN Impact experience here.
Yeah, well, hey, thanks again for having me. Absolute pleasure, and I'd love to join you again sometime. Rodimus, thanks again, man.
Oh, you are most welcome. Anybody you want us to raid on our way out? And chat, for those of you guys that are here, definitely feel free to follow Ender here. Follow him on Twitter when you can. This is his official Twitter from earlier. Feel free to
thank you.
Feel free to follow him, and you can also follow his associates and also one of my associates and colleagues in the Dragon Ball scene, the Kami Crew. There's a whole Discord literally dedicated to the adversity of Dragon Ball in the Florida and California areas. And they also do City of the Wolves, they do a little Tekken, do a little Street Fighter, and now they also do the Hunter x Hunter stuff. They do a little bit of everything out there. As long as there's people that advocate for it, they'll definitely house it.
That's right, man. Yeah, we're the comic crew, Dragon Ball centric, but yeah, we'll foster any game that we, as long as we love it, we have fun, and people want to play it. We'll definitely support it.
Yep. Alright, let me see who is on. Andrew just got my follow. Sir.
Oh, thank you so much, Favors. I'll follow you too. Follow for follow.
Alright, where would you like us to go? The ball's in your court. It's your stream.
Who?
Yeah, who would you like us to raid?
Oh, me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, who's on right now? Let's see who we can raid here.
Yeah, Rumsey, I'm gonna be heading back to PlayStation in a bit. I gotta make myself something for dinner, and then I'm gonna go on ahead and hop in and just sit and chill and go over.
Well, you want to raid Bum 163?
Yeah, we can raid Bum.
He's playing Marvel Rivals right now.
Oh, he's probably back in Diamond 2 trying to see if we can get Cat back into Celestial. Understandable. I gotta get on that too, because I am slacking. I was like, I got to Plat 1 last season with Penny and Luna and Warlock and Hulk. I didn't get a chance to go further than that. I was like almost right at the doorstep of Diamond, and I just didn't get it.
Gotcha.
Alright, but yeah, we're gonna go on ahead and get ready to raid Bum and send this on over to him. So for those of you guys out there in the Hunter x Hunter, feel free to tune in and watch for the next time I do my next podcast out here. I am going to be doing a few more of these in order to try and decipher different people's perspectives regarding the direction that's laid out for Hunter x Hunter. And then I will leave the community to its own devices before I move on. At least for the time being, until the community summons me again. Alright, you guys go ahead. You guys got my emotes. Spam them profusely in Bum's chat. That way he knows where you come from. I'll drop you off here. That way you guys can watch some Marvel's Rivals for the night, like you know, right? You guys take care out there. And like I always say,